Impromptunes, 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 impromptu. Do you hear the people improvising?
Good people of the world, thanks for tuning in to Impromptunes, the completely improvised musical podcast. Now here they are, the cast of Impromptunes.
G'day, it's Emmett Nichols here. I am stuck behind a microphone, and wherever you are, I hope you don't feel stuck, either physically or metaphorically, because I feel, although physically stuck behind a mic, the possibilities are just so freeing, because this is an improvised musical podcast, and I am doing the tree pose right now as well, as a little way of reaching towards the heavens. I have in the studio Josh Burton. Hello, Josh.
Oh, hello. I've also joined you in the tree pose.
Why not? Why not? And Teresa is also Teresa.
Oh.
Teresa Green, which is my science teacher thought was the funniest joke.
I'll bet.
He was like, haha, Teresa Green. I was like, I didn't get it at first. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, you're a fool.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe you were the fool if you didn't get the What year was this?
I must have been about 13.
Right.
I think I was just too cool for everything.
Especially puns. By the time you get to that kind of age, you're either too cool for puns or you still don't really get them.
I think I was just so full of angst that the pun just bounced right off me. I was just like,
Right.
who am I? Where am I?
Much
Teresa
like
Green.
a strong
don't
tree. It would have
Exactly.
bounced right off.
Exactly.
I actually had a teacher back in the day. There was a girl at my school called Emma Crisp. Shout out to Emma Crisp if you're
Emma
listening.
Crisp.
And he always used to call her Crispy Bacon every single time. But he was also the nicest teacher in the school. His name was Mr. Pulley. He was a relief teacher, and he always gave minties out as a little treat. So he was everyone's favourite teacher.
So easy. Such an easy way to become everyone's favourite teacher.
Right? Josh and I both work in education, and it's like, why haven't we thought of this?
Well, that's just the...
It's because
You couldn't get away
education
with-
pays so well that you couldn't give minties away.
so you
every
can't
day.
afford them, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying that I think you need a boost.
What's the motto on the wrapper? Life's pretty straight without... No, that's not it.
No, that's Twisties,
It's
isn't it?
moments like these you need minties.
Ah.
Remember that? It's a little campaign?
Yeah,
Little...
It was a campaign, was it?
Well, it was,
It was on billboards.
It probably was,
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the 60s.
It was a re-election for the Minties campaign.
Back when I was in 1960. No. So, we were actually talking about, speaking of high school and whatnot, our sporting prowess back in the day. Josh, you said that you were a complete last pick.
Terrible last pick for everything. I was really passionate about basketball, but I was terrible about it. And then when I was in year 12, they made us try out for the team. And I'd been there for every every game, everything. I was really committed, but I didn't make the team. And it was on my birthday as well. And a bunch of the boys went up to the coach. And I even, in the tryouts, I hit a 3. And I was really like,
Wow.
oh my God, this is amazing. And the boys on the team went up to the coach and they said, you know what, why didn't Josh make the team? He played really well in the tryouts. He got a 3.
Yeah.
And the coach said, listen, Josh only makes 1 3 a year and he wasted it on the tryouts.
Brutal.
And I was like, I'm not even mad. That's the best burn I've ever heard in my life.
Old.
That's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, brutal. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. It's obviously had a lasting impression on
That's
you.
all right. I know where that teacher lives.
Oh boy, it's moments like these you need.
And let me tell you, he's not making any 3s anymore. All right.
Not without any legs, am I right, Shocky? I had a sad story also involving basketball. I was very short. I mean, Josh and I are both 6'2"-ish now, but I was very short back in the day, and I was always on the bench, and I really didn't mind because I knew I was pretty bad at basketball, and I was good friends with everyone in the team. I think they just liked having me there. But I got subbed on for a game at one point, and I had been off for 3/4 of the match. I think the coach was just we got to put Emmett on. And so I got on, and then someone passed me the ball, and I was right by the goal, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And no one was around, and I shot for the goal. And then I luckily missed because it was the wrong
The wrong
end.
end. That's always the way, isn't it?
The pass back in. So not
It
only
was
did I
it
shoot...
was afterwards that you're like, that's why no one was around.
Yeah,
I was on the
exactly.
wrong end of the court.
And they were all yelling out, Emmett, what are you doing? Because by the time I had paid attention, they had swapped ends and I hadn't noticed. So anyway, but now I play a lot of tennis, which there's no goals, so it's fine.
That's good, just lines.
And no one can sub me out.
Because it's singles, goddammit.
They try.
Speaking of singles, singles. We are in nothing like a single-minded task. We are in a cooperative task known as improvisation.
Yes.
We make up a
Sport
musical.
for people that can't do sport.
Yeah, I love
what they call it in the
being in a room
trades.
full of improvisers being like, so sports, huh? And everyone's like, I was no good at
I'm
it.
in the tree.
And David Peake, obviously, on music, is an amazing elite athlete. He'll be making up all of the improvised music for us today.
I think he mentioned earlier on that he's part of a AFL team, didn't he? And didn't he tell us? No, sorry, a Sevens. You know, and didn't he tell us about their rip-roaring success of having never won a single game ever, not
But
once?
he did say they are full
He's
of
crying.
optimism and potential.
So
crying
we're all
to his
sharing our
keyboard.
bad sports stories. You got to be in it with the rest of us, all right?
So we'll be making up a musical. We're all on the same team, and our job is to make up the lyrics, the stories, the characters, the dialogue, and of course the dances and tree poses, which are sadly not appreciated by the listener. I am ruffling through the bowl of destiny, and I have pulled out a suggestion. These are sourced from you guys. You post them on the internet and give us suggestions of musicals that never existed. This one is Hamilton, a space opera by Chris Griswold. Thank you, Chris, from Facebook. Teresa, Hamilton, familiar?
Yes.
The improvised rap musical?
Yes.
And Josh?
I mean, isn't Hamilton already set in space? So I don't really know what else we're going to do.
Yeah,
with
we'll
it.
just do
Hamilton.
Just do Hamilton. I guess
It's
I'm
an
pretty
android.
Sure. Yeah,
it's about an android who has a dream.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so.
And David Peake and I played in a show called Hamilton, so this should be fun.
I think, just for our listeners, Emmett is low-key or high-key very excited about this suggestion.
Yes.
I'm fangirling. All right, Josh, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Teresa, are you ready?
I'm so ready, yo.
David Peake is ready for Impromptus presents for the first, last, and only time Hamilton, a space opera. How does a man with a plan to go to space end up being the winner of the first space race? I tell you what, this guy here had a lot of fun, and his name was Mr. Hamilton.
Yeah, he invented hypertravel, moving so fast, time was starting to unravel. And everyone would said, you gotta slow down, man. He said, no, I'm just beginning, this is the start of my plan.
Ooh, space travel. Everyone wants to go to the next level. Ooh, space travel. Everybody wants to go to the next level. Ooh, space travel. Everybody wants to go to
The next level. So he had a big plan. He drew up some schematics. He made a rocket that was automatic. It traveled up all the way into the stratosphere. Everybody listen. Hey, what's that sound I hear?
He saw everything exploding. The universe is infinite. You know it's everything you want to see that you will see. Everything that you can be in space you can be.
Yeah, how'd he do it? It don't even matter. He invented a machine, maybe a flux capacitor, moving so fast you can't even see. The time is moving like you wouldn't believe.
You think you understand it, and maybe you do not, but he always went at 1.1 gigawatts.
1 gigawatts.
1 gigawatts!
Ooh, space travel. Everybody wants to go
To the next level.
Ooh,
Space travel. Everybody wants to go to the next level.
Start at level 1 and then go up to level 2. That is the way that you go in space.
Start at level 2, then go up to level 3. Everybody wants to be free.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Space travel.
Everybody wants to go
To the next level. Ooh. Space travel. Everybody wants to go to the next level.
To the next level. To the next level. To the next level.
Yeah, the next level. Ooh, you start at the ground and go into space, and that is how you win the space. Ooh, space travel. Everybody wants to go to the next level. Ooh, space travel. Everybody wants to go. Yeah, yeah. Everybody wants to go. Yeah, yeah. Everybody wants to go to the next level. So yeah, Mr. President of NASA. That's my plan, Madam President.
Well, you can call me Mr. or Madam. It's the future now. All of these things are defunct.
Yeah, well, you're just president, aren't you?
That is right. I am person president of NASA.
Person president.
So your plan is to take your incredibly large, incredibly fast, space race winning rocket into the stratosphere and further.
That's right. I'm gonna be the first person to ever... You know, back in 1969 when things didn't quite work out with the Apollo 11 program.
Correct.
And then Apollo 13 was famously made into a movie. That was another flop.
And then, of course, we got Stanley Kubrick to do the moon landing because Neil Armstrong had gastro.
Of course.
Yeah.
And he was amazing, obviously. But
Yeah.
ever since that time, when I was 4 years old, I had a dream to make it to space. And, you know, person president of NASA,
Yes.
I mean, mainly you're just a film studio until I came along.
That's correct. I'm glad that we branched out like SpaceX and went from just making cars that were expensive and had locked batteries to creating things that go into the space. Richard Hamilton,
Yes, person president.
you are the only hope for NASA. People have lost faith in us. People have lost faith in faith itself. And the world needs something. We've tried a couple of things, most of them starring The Rock or Channing Tatum, but
They were
no
all
one...
amazing and inspiring, and to be honest, they kept me doing my work, but
Exactly, but
I need something real, you know? I mean, I was brought up in Hollywood, and my parents were just both so phony, famous actors, you know?
yeah, both of them pretending but never being, and that's where you're
Exactly.
different from everywhere else.
Well, at least I want to be.
I think you are.
I've got this fear. I hate to overshare on our first kind of one-to-one conversation, but...
That's okay. I'm also a counselor because that's required nowadays.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
movie stars are hard work.
Everything's hard work nowadays.
And, you know, I've just got this fear that maybe I'm just as phony as my old man. Maybe this tin can is just aluminium foil and lackey bands, just like my first ever prototype.
Well,
I called it a Frodotype because it was based on Frodo from Lord of the Rings. Another inspiration.
I could tell from the hairy feet on the drawing.
Yeah, and that's probably what weighed it down, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know. But
it's
actually,
unusual.
the hairs on the feet of the rocket ship are actually, you know how,
Like sensors?
yeah, exactly.
Like sensors to feel the atmosphere?
I don't need to tell you. I mean, you do have an astrophysics degree.
Yes.
You just
Specializing in sensor feet, so that's... When I saw it, I was like, this man is a visionary.
That's why I got into NASA. I read your thesis on
Sensor feet.
sensor feet, and I thought it was just so inspiring.
Yeah. We all have our doubts, Mr. Hamilton.
Really?
Yeah.
You've even doubted too?
I've doubted so many things. Even when I wrote my thesis about sensor feet and people laughed and went, haha, sensor feet. And I went, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, they didn't trust me. And you first got to trust yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I hope it isn't actually held together by elastic bands because that could be disastrous.
No,
for you,
no.
Like the combustion engine. Just
No,
putting it
I
out there.
used polyfiber cables and capers.
I don't mean to say few, but I'm gonna
Half
say
organic, half it's cybernetic. So,
it. The future is now, Mr. Hamilton. The future is now.
you know, I grew up as a boy in Hollywood around the hills, and it was really bad. You know, my parents just were so phony. They followed every fad. They were just stars and on the Walk of Fame, and they hardly even ever knew my name, and I just wanted people to know Hamilton as something else other than just having fun. So I set a mission to do nuclear fission, to get in a rocket and go up high. I wanted to reach the stars, I wanted to reach much further than the sky. I wanted to be the man who really made his name. He made his name for something other than just being famous. He wanted to be the guy who had an image, a race to the space. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. He was not gonna be a sham to all his fans. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. He was not just a sham for all of his fans. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. And then I saw inspiration. I read it on the contents of your book. I saw this thing about censorfeet and I knew I just had to have a look. I read it page after page, day after day, age after age, going every which way and discovering everything you wrote. And it made me feel so good. I started to gloat. I could do that. I could go to space. I could win the Lord of the Rings little race like the hobbits. You know, they just tried their hardest. And that's what I'm gonna do. I do my darndest. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. He had this plan, this Hamilton. He was not a sham to all his fans. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. 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 I could launch it. I could go up. If you just give me this one chance, I won't fuck it up. I won't. I promise. President, you will never resent me. You'll be grateful for all the time you spent. You'll think that my plan was Hamilton. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be hard. I'm gonna be the one and only Rich Hard. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton. 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 He's not just a sham to all of his fans. He had a plan, this man, this Hamilton.
Melinda, come in.
Okay, I'm coming.
As you can see, I am the newly appointed King of Hollywood.
Congratulations, sire. Everyone expected it, including me.
Yes. Well, when I poisoned the last king, it was only fitting that I be his replacement.
Haha, that's what happens when you only eat vegan burritos. Easy to poison. So obvious.
Now, I want to begin our plan immediately. As you know, science is taking all of the heat these days. It's all people want. They just want space travel and science, and they've forgotten about Hollywood and celebrity.
No one cares anymore about where someone's going to be on their night out, or who's drunk, or who's wearing who when, or the manicam. People only care about rockets and explosions. It's a travesty, my liege.
That's right. Ever since we put The Rock in a rocket and he died in space, people have just been absolutely obsessed with the thing.
Yes, we put Channing Tatum in a space station. Everyone was just a buzz.
Yes, well, that one was an accident. You see, they thought he was a potato and they were just going to...
I can see how that happened.
Yes, everyone...
Someone didn't proofread the script, did they, my liege?
Yes, he's constantly being mistaken for a potato. But listen.
Yes.
There's a man. This Hamilton.
Oh, so tan also.
Out in space, making waves, making science, and I hate it. I hate him.
You know what I hate the most about Hamilton? Is the fact that everything he does is real. There's no sets. There's no cardboard boulders.
That's right.
It's all bloody real, bloody science.
And you know what that means? Less jobs for people in the industry.
Exactly. Higher expectations and special effects budgets. Oh, that's not how a warp drive works.
That's right. You know, our directors are out of work, our crew, our producers.
Our actors are all demanding to know exactly how to actually work a rocket.
And those actors, oh my gosh, they were hard enough as it is. Now they want to learn science.
And also, would you trust an actor with science?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't trust an actor to act.
Oh, Kingy. You're always the wisest man in Hollywood. I have racked my head and furrowed my brow trying to think of a way to stop this Hamilton, but nothing has come to me. Your rule is so important.
I'll tell you what I want.
What do you want?
What I want is for all those space nerds to come back to Hollywood where they belong. You see, No one cares about space. They don't want what's real. They want to be told what's real. And we can't do that with them out there. So I'm going to bring them all back. When you left, my heart was low. You are coming back. I don't suppose this isn't a race, this out of space. You will return, of that I'm sure. Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. I have your family. This is the cause of celebrity when you come back to me. Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. This is the price of celebrity. I have your precious family, so won't you come back to me?
Hamilton is everything that we despise, everything that no one wants to buy. How can we do any product placement when he's on a bloody real space station? Everything he does, it vexes all of us. It is collectively depressing. We must stop him. Oh, Kingy, you should bop him.
Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. This is the price of celebrity. I have your precious family. Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. This is the price of celebrity. Have your precious family. Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. And even if you could, you wouldn't survive in Hollywood. Oh yes, this is I won't and faint, and you wouldn't even get a single talent agent. Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. This is the cost of celebrity. Have your precious family. Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. Oh, Hamilton, come back to me. This is the cost of celebrity. Have your precious family. So Hamilton, come back to Hamilton, come back. So Hamilton, come back to me.
So you're an alien life form. Oh, if only you could communicate my language. I need so much help right now.
Please.
What? Did you say wobble please? That sounds like... Brah, brah.
Okay, better?
Whoa, you're an Australian.
Yeah.
I never knew that Down Under is so far away. I mean, I suppose I've never seen it in real life. Because
Nah.
I'm in America and we just never leave our own country.
That's right. We called the Outback, but actually we're
You're out
Outback
there.
467
Wow.
out in outer space.
So explain to me how Australia got such a foothold on the interstellar places.
I got one word for you, mate. Neighbours.
What do you mean?
Neighbours.
But you said, but the model was we belong together.
Yeah, but we were aliens, right? And we sent out a space beam.
Oh.
And the only thing we could get was neighbours.
Wow. Oh.
Kylie Minogue, Jason Donovan.
Yeah.
Pretty much stuck in the 80s,
All the
but
yeah, also because it takes so long for the light to travel.
it's just
that
how
far.
it
Radio
works.
waves and whatnot.
yeah.
Wow, so you guys are just heavily influenced by Australia.
Yeah, but we consider ourselves Australians
Oh,
now.
that's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I consider myself, I don't know, I feel like I have no home. I mean, Hollywood's such a not a real place, you know? Doesn't like no one can say I'm from Hollywood.
Yeah, it's pretty true, mate.
But my family is. Wait a second, I'm receiving a message from NASA. Oh, it's person president. Sorry, do you mind if I take this?
You go ahead, mate.
Okay,
Knock
thanks. I'll
yourself
check in
out.
with you regularly throughout
No.
the conversation.
Fantastic.
Person president, what is it?
Hamilton, there's a problem.
What is it?
Your family has been kidnapped by the King of Hollywood.
Oh my God, my family's been kidnapped by the King of Hollywood.
Oh, bloody hell, your family's been kidnapped by the King of Hollywood?
Yeah, it's crazy. Listen in more. What do you mean? He's taking them hostage?
Yes, he's taking them hostage, and he's saying if you do not return to Hollywood, he's gonna hang them from the Hollywood sign as a lesson to other people.
Oh my god.
And he's gonna
Why?
because...
From the why? Oh.
Oh, yeah. And also, from the O.
Oh.
I don't know what to do, son. I want you to stay out there in space, but your family needs you.
I'll come back. La-di-da-da-da, I'll be back. All right. Thank you, Person President.
That's good. I mean, I support you if you want to stay in space,
No.
because I know you could be torn between the two, between your destiny and between caring about your family.
I feel like I've already shown what I need to out here. Although, I should mention, I've encountered alien life. This is, sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Kylie.
Kylie, of course.
Yeah. Of course, everyone on my planet is called either Kylie or Jason.
Kylie, meet Person President.
Howdy, mate. Oh, hello. You, seem strangely familiar. Yeah, I like to do the locomotion. That is so cliched.
Oh. Maybe you could show Person President how to do it and win them over with your locomotive skill.
All right, then. Everybody's doing a brand new dance in space. Space locomotion is what we're about to do.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like the other locomotion because that one is trademarked, so we had to make our own. But it's pretty similar because you get in a line with all your friends at parties and it's really, really fun. Then you go inside a line with Granny behind you, and in front of you's your cousin Bob, who you think is quite cute. And then you put your arms against each other's arms and do the locomotion. Choo, choo, choo.
Go loco, do the locomotion with
It's
me.
crazy.
Go loco, go do the locomotion with me. Go loco, do the locomotion with me. Go loco, do the locomotion with me. You gotta swing your hips, but not too much, or you'll infringe on copyright. You gotta step to the left, but not too much. It's not the time warp, you'll be alright.
You gotta step much further forward than you would, but not nearly as far back. And then everybody dances and dances until Grandma has a heart attack.
Go loco, do the locomotion with me. Go loco, do the locomotion with me. Go loco, do the locomotion with me. Go loco, do the locomotion with me.
And I should be so lucky. I should be so lucky to do the locomotion every single day. I should be so lucky. I should be so lucky to do the locomotion every day.
Do the locomotion forever, 'cause you know we belong together. You'll always feel the rhythm, but just avoid the plagiarism. Go loco, do the locomotion with me. Go loco, do the locomotion with me. Go loco, do the locomotion with me. One more time, go loco, do the locomotion with me.
And that's how you create a space wormhole where Emma's home.
Oh, Kingy, let us go.
I am so hungry.
No.
We know these handcuffs aren't real. Well, they're very good. They're very good props.
Where are my prop guys? Prop gammon.
They're very good. They're very good.
No, really, he's outdone himself.
No, it's
with
really
those.
authentic with the whole prisoner. But we know there's
Yeah.
hidden cameras. This is like some reality thing.
Yeah, and like neither of us are method. Like neither of us are like Daniel Day-Lewis. Like we're actors. We're real actors. We just come in and go into.
Nanette, you are a superb actress.
Oh, Peter, you're.
You forgot my name because you've been married so many times, Nanette.
I know, and also because You get so deeply into characters
Oh,
sometimes.
you couldn't tell who I was.
No, it's like, is it you?
Yeah, or
Is
am I
it-
a golden retriever? Because
is
I've
it-
been studying for the last.
Exactly.
Oh, shushy, shush it. You bloody actors and your jibber jab jabber. I didn't get you in here because I wanted to hear you talk. I wanted to get you in here so that I could get your son back from space.
What, that failed actor?
Yeah,
Richard
like,
Hamilton?
he
He's
has-
such a letdown, right?
He has
Matt?
never committed to anything in his life.
Yeah, he feels that.
Well, easy for you to say. He's actually out there doing things with his life.
You mean he got a role? He finally landed that
Oh my God,
commercial?
was it the Scorsese thing?
Or was it the Ajax commercial?
Oh yeah, the Scorsese Ajax
Yeah,
commercial.
he's really
It's
doing some
very
cutting.
avant-garde.
Cut to the Scorsese Ajax commercial.
If you don't give me the Ajax, I'm gonna whack your ass.
Okay, Robert, I really liked it in that take, okay? But this time I need you to, you gotta spray the Windex as you say it, okay, Robert? Okay, De Niro, you're doing great.
Okay, are you talking to me?
No, the line is actually, are you cleaning me?
Are you cleaning me?
Cut back to the cell. Yeah, so, I hope he gets it.
Yeah, so
He would be amazing in
you'll be
that.
disappointed to hear that, of course, De Niro booked the Ajax.
Oh,
No, our
excellent.
son was going for the bottle.
I know actors are morons, but you two in particular really, really take the cake.
What do you mean?
I don't understand.
I'm saying you're not very clever.
But why?
Huh?
What did our son achieve that's so great?
Yeah, like all he did was create a giant rocket with
Elastic bands and
half organic, half non-organic.
cybernetic.
And I'll tell you what your son's done. He's destabilized my entire business.
You mean he actually went to space?
Yes, of course.
Oh my
What
God,
did
I
you
thought
think
that
he's
was
been
all
doing?
hocus pocus bajovis.
I thought that was going to be like exactly like the Kubrick one.
You know,
You mean it's real?
Nanette, I'm actually feeling for the first time like pride.
What is that feeling? It's warm. It's warm, but it's also it's
I'm
fun.
feeling pride for my son.
And I'm feeling warm and kind. I think I might love our son.
He's done something real, and I feel in my heart that this could be the start of something good.
He's done something true, and I know through and through he's someone who's really good.
I'm so proud of my little one. I'm so proud of our little son. Ha 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 ha. I'm so proud of our little
one.
I'm so proud of my little son. I walk down the Hollywood Boulevard, but now I look up and see Richard.
I get in my limo and drink champagne. I look at the sky and nothing's the same.
It'll never be. It'll never be. It'll never be the same. 'Cause I'm so proud of my little one. I'm so proud of my little son. We've got to escape from here, Nanette. Let us out, you beast.
You brute, Frias!
King, we should dethrone him.
You think you can get out? There's no escape. I'll be the last one who's ever in space.
What?
And you'll be forced to do my bidding. And that's it, all rap or even singing.
Proud of my
if you even know. I have stars in Hollywood.
Okay, Kylie, I mean, this is the king's final palace cell, and we've knocked out all those guards with your extensive tentacle maneuvers.
That's correct.
But surely, I mean, you've been approaching from the helm. Surely the king's crown will protect him from these tentacle maneuvers you've been using.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
we're
bloody
gonna-
right, mate.
We're gonna have to think of some other way to dethrone this
This king.
imbecile.
This fool. Maybe you should give him a taste of his own medicine.
What do you mean?
Maybe you should act him out of his throne.
Wow, I've never been an actor, but I'll give it a try. Boom, boom, boom. That was me miming a door. I'll try a real one. Gung, gung, gung. Your Excellency, or should I say your terribleness?
Well, Richard Hamilton and some little creature. Hello,
This is
we haven't-
Kylie.
Kylie?
Good day, mate.
She's awesome.
My gosh, what's going on with you? Why are your eyes bulging out of your head?
It's a long story. The aliens watched Neighbors, and anyway, you wouldn't understand.
Well,
Mom, Dad. Oh, it's
Hey.
my boy. I'm so proud of you.
Honey, you've done so well. You've been so brave.
What? You're proud? You think I'm brave?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We feel warmly towards you and are so proud of you.
Well, I don't care.
What?
I don't care about you. I never loved you or needed your approval. You see, I have always loved Hollywood, and that is why I fabricated the whole trip. It was all acting.
you're kidding.
No. Look at my face.
Yes.
Does this look like someone who is making a joke or telling a lie?
No, it's complete and utter sincerity. I don't believe it.
Oh my lord! He is so sincere!
So you can just leave them locked up in that cell for their whole lives if you like. I don't care. Come on, Kylie. You know, me and my parents, we belong apart.
That's right, mate.
Well-
Let's get out of here.
Well, hang on. Wait a second.
Let's get into my car and drive off, Kylie.
No, wait, hold on. Listen, if you really don't want him, please, get him the hell out of here. I cannot stand
Sorry,
listening
has
to them.
anybody got some coconut water?
Oh,
I've been
my
crying.
God.
I'm so
My pores are just
dehydrated.
so dizzy. Oh, this is terrible.
Oh my God, these people are a living nightmare. I mean,
Listen, King. You know, you haven't had any good stuff to write about or share with the world lately. But why manufacture science fiction when you can broadcast science?
because my father wouldn't buy me a starting science kit when I was a little boy.
Wait, you didn't see eye to eye with your parents either?
No, I asked for a My Little Chemical set when I was 5 years old, and my dad said, no, but here's a cardboard box, pretend you're on the moon.
Tell me about it in a rap.
Yeah, my father was wicked. He was an evil man. He always said I couldn't be a grown man. I asked for this kit when I was a boy, but instead he gave me a box, just a wooden toy.
I'm listening to you, man, and I'm hearing you speak. I just wanted you to play with a big car. You could have been a really good pal, Fab. I could have played in the lab.
I just wanted to be smart. I wanted my brain to grow. I wanted to learn to read about H2O. And now I've lost this entire race when really I just want to be like you in outer space.
Man, I had the whole wrong perspective on the whole thing. I didn't realize that you didn't want to be a king. You and I can work together. We can be compliant. You and I can work together there on science.
Yeah, I love your enthusiasm. I love your grit. I can't stand your parents. They're so full of shit. This is the end. I really wish you would. Just get me the hell out of Hollywood.
Get you out here. I'm gonna be what it takes. You and I are gonna go together in space. We're gonna show every boy and every girl. Gonna broadcast it all around the world.
Flying high.
Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Flying together and holding hands. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Flying together, holding hands. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Flying together and holding hands. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be the space freak.
You know, I didn't really understand. I didn't have what it takes. I didn't know I didn't have to be a fake. I'm so sorry. I just had to forget the life that I had with my wife, Nanette.
Everything about this place is so boring, and yet I think it's worth exploring. Something more than this atmosphere, something more than the world right here. Flying together, holding hands. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Flying together and holding hands. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. It looks like my job here's done. I return to the big sun, where all of us watch Carly and Donovan. Everyone gonna be fun, yeah.
No, you just gotta stay. I don't want you to be and then home and then away. I want you to stay. Don't be such a bore. I want you to stay with me and be my neighbor. Flying together and holding hands. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Flying together, holding hands. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Yeah, everybody. Gonna be a space freak. Flying together, holding. You know that's what they're gonna say. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Gotta get it to your bucket and fly away. Flying together, holding hands. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. Everybody's gonna be a space freak. All right, folks, there it was. Hamilton, a space opera. Thank you, Chris Griswold. We had a little bit of space, a little bit of opera, and a little bit of Hamilton. Not so much of the but next time. Maybe it was the A from NASA.
I was so close to introducing a Thomas Jefferson 9000. There just wasn't room. There just wasn't room.
I forgot about him, but he was probably in France somewhere. Oh my God, what an awesome origin story of the aliens. And they're like, I just feel like if any show was going to broach the intergalactic divide, it would be Neighbours.
It would
right,
be Neighbours. Neighbours has gone everywhere in the world and changed every society from UK to the UK.
And right throughout. And let's face it, the UK is a lot of different little countries, so that's not bad.
Fun fact, I was actually in a couple of episodes of Neighbours, and I do actually get recognised when I go to space. So they.
Were you really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I actually was.
Oh my God, what season?
Oh my, I don't know, like, oh my God, I can't even remember.
Wow, well that is something that we need to see some
Factoids.
photos of.
They're episodes 6003.
I love that. Let's see some photos, Josh, on the Impromptu's super secret fan club, because that is a trip down memory lane that I want to go down. Thank you so much, David Peake, for your improvised keys. Thank you, Chris Griswold, for your title. Very creative. We had a lot of fun. I certainly know I did. And guys, if you enjoy the podcast, please give us 5 stars, subscribe, and become a Patreon, because together we can go anywhere. Flying together, holding hands. Everybody wants to be a space freak. Everybody wants to be a space freak. Flying together, holding hands. See you soon. Everybody wants to be a space freak. Everybody wants to be a space freak.